My dear brothers and sisters, it is indeed an honor and a privilege to be present amongst all of you today. Pravasi Bharatiya Divas is a proud celebration of our bond between the diaspora and the people of India. It offers unlimited opportunities for India to gain from the skill and insight of the diaspora, who are the pride of India across the world. My dear ladies and gentlemen, we are meeting, although virtually, in historic times. The entire world has spent the last 1 year in a continuous battle against the COVID 19 pandemic. Many of us lost our near and dear ones to the coronavirus. While we saw a time marked with one of the greatest health emergencies faced by the world, we have also come a long way with our scientists across the world collaborating to give us the much awaited COVID 19 vaccination. While many would shun 2020 as having been a year of economic turbulence and disaster, I would still salute, respect, and honor 2020 for the patience, empathy, and minimalism that it has taught us. Look back and see how we survived, thrived, adapted, and healed. I think there is enough need to graciously thank 2020 for the great life lessons it has taught to humanity. The year 2021 has brought us good news all over the world. Several vaccines have been successfully developed. India too has given emergency authorization to two vaccine candidates and is all set to protect its citizens from this ferocious virus. As on 3rd January 2021, 215 countries worldwide continue to be affected. As per the World Health Organization, there are more than 8.33 crores confirmed cases across the world, with more than 18.31 lakh deaths, with a case fatality rate of 2.19%. As on 7th January 2021, a total of approximately 1 crore 3 lakh confirmed cases and 1 lakh 50,000 deaths with a case fatality rate of 1.45% have been reported in India. As many as 96.36% cases have recovered. With our endeavor to manage COVID 19 through a whole of government and whole of society approach, India has been able to limit its cases to 7,533 cases per million and deaths to 109 deaths per million population, both of which are among the lowest in the world. Unshaken by the magnitude of the outbreak of this dreaded disease, India worked calmly to strategize. India called for a preemptive, proactive, and graded approach built around a comprehensive strategy to prevent infections, save lives, and minimize impact. The Government of India undertook the COVID 19 challenge with the highest level of political commitment. The nationwide lockdown, a bold decision undertaken by the government, duly involving all communities, became testimony to the fact that when India decides, it delivers. Furthermore, we worked to create additional health infrastructure, augment and train a massive workforce, and ramp up indigenous manufacturing capacities for producing essentials such as PPEs, N95 masks, and ventilators. On behalf of our countrymen, I take this opportunity to congratulate our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who personally monitored the situation and provided exemplary leadership towards building an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Under the overall guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister, the government swung into action and constituted 11 empowered groups on 29th March 2020 on different aspects of COVID 19 management in the country to take informed decisions on issues ranging from medical emergency planning to technology and data management. I feel proud to say that India undertook its COVID 19 emergency response strategy with preemptive action, starting off with issuing the first travel advisory in January itself. We worked swiftly as per the evolving situation. We also conducted active screening of the passengers from all countries at different points of entry. With the evolving scenario, laboratory network was continuously strengthened from a situation of a single laboratory equipped to undertake testing for COVID in January. Presently, 2,305 laboratories are conducting COVID 19 testing. Currently, the testing exceeds 10 lakhs a day, which is 1 million tests a day. It is equally remarkable that we have reached an indigenous production capacity of more than 10 lakh diagnostic kits per day from a level of zero. India's world class research institutes and departments have spearheaded the campaign against the COVID 19 pandemic and are currently working towards facilitating vaccination capacity building. As I speak here, several countries have already commenced their vaccination drives, while others are waiting for approval from regulators. India has finally received emergency use approval from the Apex regulator for two vaccines, and you will be pleased to know that we will be rolling out the vaccination drive very soon. Our country has always prided itself over being a strong proponent of scientific research and innovation and is one of the front runners in the pharmacy and vaccine industry. Being known as the pharmacy to the world, India is recognized globally as a medical powerhouse, and we have once again risen to the occasion. After months of collaborative brainstorming between both national and international stakeholders, and building upon our vaccine distribution expertise, as well as our capacity to leverage the presence of an experienced and vast network to streamline COVID vaccination, India has finally built a fine state of the art real time digital platform for COVID 19 vaccination delivery called CoWIN. A critical part of our strategy involves maintaining confidence in the safety of vaccines, in the possibility of adverse events following immunization. As the largest global supplier and producer of 60% of the world vaccines, India recognizes its strategic position in the global south and the world. India is spearheading international dialogue in global organizations like the WHO, Gavi, GDHP, Geneva Health Forum, and BRICS. Despite various constraints and challenges, our COVID warriors rose to the occasion and served humanity. The country feels indebted to the doctors, nurses, paramedics, frontline field workers, security and police personnel, sanitary workers, volunteers, and journalists who have worked tirelessly to protect our countrymen from COVID. However, the fight against the pandemic is far from over. The Indian government is doing everything possible to mitigate risks, but that does not imply that there is a scope for laxity in our approach towards our own safety, even post vaccination. We have always believed in the old Sanskrit phrase, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, meaning the world is one family, and we will work towards making low cost, safe, and effective vaccines available to the whole world. India has long nurtured a dream. It's about the health of our fellow citizens across the world. We believe that health is central to economic performance and to enhancing human capabilities. Led by a dynamic Prime Minister, we have devised an ambitious national health policy that aims at universal health for all. Our flagship health initiative called Ayushman Bharat aims at providing free health insurance to over 500 million people, making it the world's largest health insurance scheme. And we dream of making it bigger, ensuring it for each and every Indian. If a developing nation like India can dream of this level of health for all policy, the rest of the world has to think beyond this. Friends, when India decides, it performs. We eradicated smallpox and polio in our country at a time when there was abject poverty. More recently, we faced the threat of COVID 19 in a proactive and preemptive way with unmatched scale and determination. The entire world has applauded us. However, we all have to admit that the current pandemic has demonstrated the vulnerability of humankind to exigencies, recognizing that we have to strive to act with greater speed and predictability. The pandemic has made humanity acutely aware of the consequences of ignoring the strengthening and preparedness of our healthcare systems. In such times of global crisis, both risk management and mitigation would require further strengthening of global partnerships to reinvigorate interest and investment in global public health. We also need to make higher commitments in respect of diseases that have plagued humankind for centuries. We need to conquer the adversaries with collaborations and by supplementing each other by pooling our resources. We need an aggressive roadmap to curtail deaths from diseases that can be eliminated. We need a fresh roadmap to address global shortages of medicines and vaccines. I would like to work with all of you on these goals and roadmaps. You are all Indians, your hearts beat for India. Let us ask ourselves, what more can we do together for our revered motherland? I'm sure that one day India will provide thought leadership to the entire world in the sphere of public health, engaging in partnerships where joint action is needed, shaping the research agenda, and stimulating the dissemination of valuable knowledge. Today has been a great honor for me. With this personal honor of being able to connect with you all, I also feel a deep sense of personal responsibility to perform on healthcare front and to deliver a healthy India. I am sure that constant engagement with all of you who carry vast experiences of many countries will reinforce reforms and help accelerate progress towards achieving sustainable development goals and universal health coverage with the most productive, efficient, and targeted utilization of resources. I call upon each one of you to join this noble exercise of building Bharat as the Vishwa Guru. We can all try together. With these words, I express my gratitude to all of you for always being there for India, for always being there for Bharat. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.